Hi, how
Hey, girl.
beautiful are you?
Good. How are you? Let me lower this down a little bit so that I can see.
Okay.
How's the I'm gonna turn one more thing on. Try to get y'all some more light, and then I'm gonna stick my headset right here.
Okay. That's what I need. I need a really good headset.
Yeah, I've been trying them out. Can you hear me?
I hear you great.
Okay.
I hear
Okay.
you. Can you hear
Now
me okay?
yes, I can hear you just fine. Yeah. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I love your hair. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank
What-
you, girl. This was my early morning duty today. I actually went to see Sonya. I had to go see her. So yeah.
Sign you did you right, girl.
Girl. Every time. I'll be so
Yeah,
happy. So yeah,
yeah.
girl. Yeah. How you doing? How you making out?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a good day today. Wasn't too bad. Not too busy.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
always excited about that. Good day. How was your day?
My day was um it was a good Thursday. Staying busy, having to, move around some a little bit here, a little bit there, but it's filled. It's been filled. Yeah. Always
Yeah.
full of something.
Right. Yeah, we actually at our office today we had a Zoom call with a life coach. So yeah, today was a day full of like good vibes. So good day.
Good, good, good. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll
Awesome.
let a couple
Awesome.
more people come in, before I introduce you and everything.
Cool.
Um, Trying to
Hey
just
everybody. Hey everybody on the live. What's happening? Good evening to everyone. Happy Thursday.
thanks to everybody for joining in. Y'all could be doing anything, but you decided to join in with us. So hopefully we give you some good information. I'm
Right?
excited about it. I've been seeing everything you post, and I really enjoy the content. So I was excited
Oh,
that
thank
you
you
were
so
willing
much,
to do
girl.
it. Yeah, and then I see you around. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while, but I usually see you around town. So it's
Right.
good
We
to
usually get to
meet
bump into
you.
each other. We usually get to bump into
Right.
each other like once in a while, but it is shut
Yeah,
down.
things are different. Things are different.
Yeah.
So
Things are
I guess
different.
if you are ready, I guess we can get started. If
Yes,
you
I am. I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready. Ready when you are.
All right. Well, I have the privilege of just talking for a few minutes with the beautiful Andrea Heard. And I'm just going to go ahead and read your bio, read a little bit about you. Of course, your name is Andrea Heard. You're from New Orleans. You have been an educator for 11 years. You earned your Master's of Arts from Xavier University in Curriculum and Instruction, and you had a concentration in teacher leadership. You
Hmm.
began your teaching career as an elementary school teacher, and then one summer you were asked to teach high school students, and you fell in love with that. This is where you began your mentor teaching. And you wanted to reach more teachers, so from there you began teaching teachers also in college, and you began a blog called Ask Miss Heard, which I love. In support of spreading information on education inside and outside of the classroom, you host a live community conversations with other educators, experts, and thought leaders. So your goal as an educator is to empower individuals and organizations through virtual and in-person coaching, online courses, as well as professional development workshops. And your pleasure and your honor that you do is to serve and support other teachers in their growth.
Yes.
Um, I'm excited. I'm excited, especially with everything going on, with virtual learning. Our school system has really been shaken up by the coronavirus pandemic. So I thought it was just perfect for us to talk and kind of see if we can help everybody with what we're dealing with. So
Right.
just if you could just tell us a little bit more, just give us a little details about your work and what you do.
Okay, so I this year decided to start a program where I was able to teach teachers and to also certify teachers. So I started my own consulting firm, A&H Consulting, and that's mainly what I do. So novice teachers between the years of 0 and 4. Are you guys getting a lot of feedback? Can you guys hear that?
A little bit. I can hear you, but just a little bit.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take it out like really quickly because
Okay. Okay.
Y'all give me one
Take it.
second. Okay, there we go. Can you hear me?
I hear you much better now.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, I started my own consulting firm in order to teach teachers or to train teachers to coach younger teachers because we have such poor teacher retention here in the city, and we need our Black teachers. But Black teachers, new Black teachers always need a lot of support. I don't think that I would have taught as long as I did if I had not had a personal coach of my own. So like an instructional coach that was outside of my school that came in order to support me and then mentor me and then also help me develop my lesson plans week by week. And so it was a lifesaver for me. And so when I started teaching college, I heard so many new teachers having such of the same complaints. And so that's how I began my own consulting firm or my own teacher training program, which is really, really exciting because you get to like reach back, but you also get to help coach and just to also just help form other Black teachers. And it just gets to be really exciting and really worthwhile. And then you get them to, they really get to appreciate really all that the profession has to offer. And then deciding to really make themselves the best that they possibly could be. So I really love that part of what I'm doing right now. I do.
Yeah, that's very, very important. And just another thing, can you give us a little bit more information on your distant learning co-op?
Okay, so my distance learning cooperative is happening on every Tuesdays and Thursday, and it's with grades 8 through 12. And
Okay.
I have a space, and it's in Lakeview, where I have 12 children. I still have spots available, but I want to have 12 children at the max, 12 students, to be able to come in to help them finish their virtual assignments with whatever it is that they need.
Mhm.
Um, whose parents are probably at work because they still have to go to work, but it's a safe space where students will be able to stay organized, get their work done. If I need to support them in their work, I'm able to do that. I'm also able to help communicate between teachers just to make sure that our students are on task with what they're supposed to be doing. For the rest of the day, from 1 to 3, we do high school programming. And so the high school programming consists of us asking these 12 students, what is it that you are really interested in doing when you are finished with high school? So getting them to understand what their transcript actually says, how they want to get to their next level, whether that be college, whether that be something vocational, whether they say, oh, I would like to be, I'm interested in real estate, helping them to create a plan for their high school year, no matter if you're in grade 8 or if you're in grade 12, I'll be able to assist you with that planning. Also, there's going to have some professionals come in from the outside. So one of my girlfriends is a pharmacist, or one of my girlfriends is she's a dialysis technician, or just other members from the community who are able to give information and to show the students actually what you really do at work. Because I think we have a bunch of dreams when we're in high school about what you want to be, but we don't actually know all of the nooks and crannies of the details of what it actually takes to get there, or what the day in the life looks like to be a CPA, or what the day in the life looks like to be an actual pediatrician, or what you do. What does a day in the life look like to be an actual real estate agent? And I think those are the realities that we need to begin to give students once they reach middle school, to
Mhm.
begin to just introduce them to as much information as possible so that they can either spark their interest or they can say, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do something else. Just because I'm finding that we get all the way to the end of high school and we're still unsure about even what it feels like to be inside of that industry that we think we're interested in. So yeah, so that's my high school distance learning cooperative that I have going on for parents who have students between the grades 8 and 12. And so I still have spots. I still have availability.
Okay.
And if you guys are interested in that, you guys can just go to my website at axmissheard.com, and all of the information is there at the bottom for you all to see. And you can, send me send me a DM here. I'll be happy to answer your questions or your concerns about what it is that you may need for your student.
Okay. I think that's really awesome that you're also kind of letting people know that the only avenue is not necessarily college. I didn't always realize that, but I'm doing something now that doesn't require a degree. And I went to college. I initially thought I wanted to be a nurse, and then I switched it. I wanted to be a psychologist, and and I
Right.
ended up, just to get my degree, I ended up doing general studies. But now I see a lot of people that are very successful that don't necessarily have a degree. Not saying that that's not the avenue you should take, but I
Right.
think that kids should know that there's other avenues. There's other ways you can be highly successful, even, being a plumber, being an electrician. These are
Right.
trades that you can really be successful with it.
Right. I'm
But
super duper excited about that part of the program. Because another part of it that I definitely want to highlight is that these professionals that are coming in won't just be coming in just to speak and to tell them. They're going to bring something that children can actually put their hands on and actually learn from. So one of my friends who's a CPA is going to actually bring the forms that we fill out when we do W-2. You know how you get these jobs and you're like, well, I don't know what to put here, and I don't know. Just
yeah.
someone to be able to come and explain real life situations that we know that we're going to see is a real part of what I'm excited about for that.
That I love that you're doing that. And is that something that parents can do like on their own? You
Yes.
think? Is that okay? So can you tell us a little bit about that?
So it definitely is. So let's say that you are a parent and you're at home with your babies, and let's say you have like elementary school students, but you have friends, your children are friends in the same classroom with their other kids. I'm suggesting that parents get to know the parents of the other kids, because what you guys could do is you could create your own cooperative.
Okay.
Which would look like, let's say it was me, you, and another mom, Melissa, and I
Mhm.
had the kids on Monday. I took the kids on Monday. You took the kids on Wednesday. They're gonna do school at your house on Wednesday, and then on Friday, the other mom is gonna take the kids that day. And so what it does is it helps us because we may be at home working, or we may be out working, or whatever the case may be, but it frees us up, it frees us up, and it also creates a sense of community. And that's all that community school is, guys. Community school is us banding together as adults in order to help our students do the learning in stable environments where they're able to complete whatever it is that they're doing. And it's not that hard. And even if you said, I'm gonna do it from 8 to 12. They're gonna do school, and then I maybe want someone to come in, like maybe myself, to come in and then do some activities with the kids to give me an extra 3 hours. That's also an option that I have, and I also have a few other teachers that are actually not in schools right now that can help facilitate this type of thing, that do arts and crafts, that do recess, that do PE, that can bring the kids outside for a few hours just to relieve you, give yourself a little time and a little space. So yeah, that's also another option that I have in my little box here. Yes.
That's real cool. So if parents are thinking about maybe doing that, they could probably go to your website maybe
Yep.
if they want to
Yep.
consult with you to
Yep.
figure out how to put it together. And your
Yep.
website is at askmissheard.com, right?
Yep.
Okay.
AskMissHeard.com. And yep, so it's AskMissHeard, guys. So yeah,
Okay.
that's me. And that's what I'm doing lately. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. So any tips you want to give us to parents that have small kids, or anything you want to, some tips that we may need to hear?
Okay, so a few tips. One is find your student a very clear, clean area in which they can work every
Okay.
morning.
Mhm.
Okay, so set up their space as if they're at school. They know that this is the space where they're going to work. I suggest for it to be outside of their bedroom because they're going to try to climb back in those beds. I also suggest, guys,
Right.
I mean, you would, you know, I
Hmm.
also suggest that you ask them to get out of their pajamas. There's something about, and you can wear your pajama pants, but take that top off because there's something about you still wearing your pajamas that still makes it seem like it's morning and it's not time to do anything. I'm at home. So it's just it's almost like tricking yourself into understanding that I'm not going to school. School is coming to my home, but I'm still at school.
Right.
So those are some of the biggest tips that I have for parents. Also for parents, for yourself, we are not expecting you all to be teachers. So really be gentle with yourself. This can
Hmm.
be such a stressful time and you can be putting so much extra pressure on yourself, but we are all learning this at the same time. And then last but not least, for every parent, please make sure that you communicate with your teachers. And so if I can get a cell phone number from them, make sure that your teachers actually have working numbers for you. It's going to be important. Communication is going to be the biggest factor of virtual school either working or not working
Hmm.
because we need to educators need to be able to communicate with you, contact you in case there are any changes. And there's gonna be some changes, you know. We're just right now, I think we're all in the honeymoon phase of this thing. And so we're trying to kind of like just work it out and see how best it can go. But it is very important that teachers have the correct communication, means of communicating with you, and that you keep those lines open because we're so, you know, we're distant, we're far away from one another, but our cell phones work, you know. And if text is a better way to communicate, then you know, make sure that you let those teachers know. But please, please communicate, and you know, make sure that the relationship between you, the student, and the teacher is one that's really solid.
Yeah, yeah. Communication is so important right now. Even with between like parents and kids. Like, I have a few friends that are home teaching their kids, and during that time, it's like they don't answer the phone. They're like, no, 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 don't call me during this time. This is time for me and my kids, and dedicated. And so I just really admire it because this is hard. It's
This
not
is hard.
easy. Yeah, it's just hard work, and
It's hard.
um, I really have to shout out like all the parents that are doing it because it shows how much you love your kids and are dedicated to them. Yeah.
Right, right, right. Parents, thank you guys so much for, you know, being that link, you know, between what it is that we're trying to teach the children, what we're trying to get them to learn, and them actually like learning it. It makes a huge, huge difference, guys. It does, it really does.
Yeah.
So we want
Yeah.
to say from all of the educators, I will try to speak for all of us when we say thank you for being there, for being committed to the whole process of learning.
Yeah. And thank you to people like you that are trying to make it a better process. Because this is, girl, I'm so glad that I don't have young children right now because this is a challenging time. And you need help. You need people that are experts and that can help you through it. One
Right.
of the things that you do is you help train teachers. So I wanted to see if you could give us a little more information on that.
Okay, so and I touched on this a little bit before with the newer teachers, but I also do professional developments for whole groups of students in case they want to do you know, whole group professional development, these workshops. Those are done usually when the schools have breaks or on weekends, whatever it is that they need. So I do professional developments on building relationships on with parents actually, you know, how we can make that relationship much better. Also on data usage, lesson planning are a few. What else? Which one is a really big one that people call me about all the time? Oh, cultivating resilience. That one is on you as the
Wow.
educator, on
Okay.
making sure that you're taking care of yourself, your mental health. and how
Hmm.
to create boundaries around the work. Someone says there's an echo. Sorry, guys. I have my earpiece in. It works
Yeah, I hear it a little bit, but not too much.
a little bit. Yeah.
It's not too bad.
There we go.
Sorry. Let us know if you can hear a little bit better.
Can you hear?
I don't hear it now. I think you're good.
Maybe I was too close.
Mhm.
Maybe a little bit better now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So, yes, there are a slew of professional development workshops that I do as well to service, larger groups of teams. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody mentioned classroom management and parent guardian relationships. That's really good topics.
Yep, classroom management, parent guardian relationships. That is actually one of my teachers who I am coaching right now.
Oh,
So,
okay.
hey, Miss Rolanda. Yes, one
Hi,
of my,
Rolanda.
yes, Rolanda is awesome. Rolanda is going to be so excellent. I mean, so good. She is
I
hanging in there.
bet.
This is her first year teaching. She's
Okay.
getting her a real taste of what it's like to have her own classroom, and she is being very brave because she's doing it virtual. It's brand new.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like teachers that are just starting and happen to walk into this virtual world. Oh
Yep,
my goodness. You have, like you said, you have to be brave and resilient to get through that. Because
you
it's
do.
not only goodness, you have to try and make sure your students are staying focused. You have to stay focused. That's a lot.
Right, because you are expecting to it to be your first year, and it's really exciting. So you're
Hmm.
expecting a classroom full of students and they're not there. They're
Yeah.
on the floor. So yeah, very different than what it is that we normally do.
Yeah, this is a different time. So now, okay, so everybody's pretty much moving into virtual teaching. I mean, my daughter's in college now, so my oldest is at Howard, and she's got some in classroom training, and then some Zoom classes.
Yep.
So, do you think with everything going on, we this year has been just such a transformation. We're moving into like this whole new just world almost, it seems. Do you think that this is here to stay, or do you think it's just a temporary thing? What do you
I
think of that?
am going to say that I really hope that virtual instruction becomes a permanent option at all schools,
Okay.
especially for students between middle school and high school. I don't
Hmm.
think so much to the younger kids, but I do think that by the time you get to middle school, you have a really good grasp of how you learn and if
Hmm.
you need to go to the classroom and if you don't.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my son is a sophomore this year, and
Hmm.
he absolutely positively loves virtual learning, and he does not want to go back to school. He
Hmm.
wants to do this forever. He was like, I can sit in front of the computer. He was like, even if it's for a few hours, but I don't want to have to like get up, put my uniform on, get on the bus, eat breakfast. He was like, I don't need all of that. I need my assignments. I need my work. If
Hmm.
I have questions, I'll ask. And so he does better outside of school than he
Hmm.
does in school. Um, but for some of us need to be in person. We need to have that teacher connection interaction. But I think that it should be a permanent option. I do. I do. I am hopeful, girl. I am that virtual instruction becomes a thing, an option. Yes.
That's really, really smart what you said, that by middle school, you ought to be able to know what your style of learning is.
Hmm.
I never thought about it like that because by that time you're old enough to kind of know your learning style. And you're
Yep.
right. I mean, for me, I can learn by myself. I can work by myself. That
Right.
some people need to be around other people. So I guess it's a personality thing. How
Yeah.
you learn, how you flourish, and know and understanding that and what works for you. So yeah, I think it's gonna be here for a good, if not permanently, for a very long time. I really
Yes.
do. Yes,
We will see. This is going to be very interesting.
yes.
Yeah.
The rest of this year, going into next year. I think it's going to determine the way this world is going to be for a long time.
Yep.
So we'll
Isn't it?
see.
I mean, I'm still so astonished by it, but I am embracing it every day, just letting it come
Mm-hmm. And
and
just
then
accepting it and going with it.
and just going with it, just flowing with it. Something to, stay healthy, to, follow your guidelines within restrictions, just to keep everything small. I definitely get my steps in. I do a lot of outside stuff. I get fresh air every morning.
Right.
Eating like the right things so that I don't happen to have underlying conditions, later. It has been just something to really be as proactive as possible within myself and my family, my son, my parents,
Right.
my grandmother who's still living, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just making sure that every day I live right. Like I tell my son all the time, I was like, because we just never know. We want to communicate well. We want to tell each other we love each other. We want to,
Right.
make sure that the last time you see somebody, you want it to be a warm, pleasant experience. Love on each other and don't be ashamed to do it
Right.
because that's just where we are. That's how it should have been from the beginning. But I like the fact that we were all able to just slow down and
Mm-hmm.
come to some different realities, I think.
I totally agree. I mean, I think this time, and we were kind of talking about this today, it's almost like an evolution of the way we knew life, So
Right.
this made us stop in our tracks, and no matter what you had going on, you had to stop and just you couldn't do anything for a while, and that made you really focus on those things that were important, whether that be your health, things that should be important, your relationship, your spiritual relationship, your relationship
Right.
with your family. And for me, work has picked up a lot, but I
Mhm.
really, really enjoyed that time where I was just able to just stay home and just watch movies and cook and, get my, and I'm still trying to keep those things going, like cooking. That's something I really had pretty much stopped doing because I was so busy. But now
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to cook at least a few times a week and making sure I get my steps in and working out and staying healthy, waking up, meditating. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to keep those things going because that's really what life is all about.
Right.
What you're doing, I think it's beautiful.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you so much for having me. I love all of the work that you're doing. I'm so excited that you were able, all your business was able to like pick up. I'm excited. I have friends who are also in the middle of buying homes, right now, which is an exciting time for new homeowners. It's an exciting time for anyone that's going to buy themselves a home. Like a home is so important, So I'm excited about all of this. I had a really good time being settled and reimagining things for myself.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna be watching what you're doing and listening to your lives and sending
I'm
people your
here.
way. Yeah, and so just tell us again. Oh shoot. Sorry, I'm actually live, so something moved. So just tell us again how your Instagram page, your website, everything, so we can get in touch with you.
All right, guys, if you guys are interested in my work or you need help and support as a parent or an educator, you can follow me here at Miss Heard on IG. Or you can, if you need to contact me or you want to look more thoroughly at the services that I provide, you can look at my website, axmissheard.com, and I will be there. Just hit my DMs, send me a message via DM, or fill out a contact card on my website, and I'll be sure to get right back to you. So right now, I'm still helping other organizations, other families, other businesses to organize other learning pods that they have. And so if you need any help, anything in that area, call me because I'm there.
All right, girl. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for continuing to do the good work that you're doing.
Thank
And
you
we're
so
going to
much for
continue to
having me.
support you. Thank you. I'll talk to you later, Miss Heard. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Bye.